When you can forego temporary desires for your long-term goals, you start to respect yourself so much more. And how you build self-control is every time you go to make a decision, you ask yourself, is there any chance that I'm going to feel any shame, any guilt, or any regret? The more you live a life that has no shame, no guilt, no regret, the more you'll start to respect yourself and the more you'll like yourself. And therefore your self-esteem will naturally improve. Because when you look at people who have low self-esteem, just look at all their decisions. They're chaotic. They are poor decisions. They're short-term goal orientated. So they're doing things that they hate. They'll overdrink and then the next day have a hangover. They'll overspend and the next month they're living paycheck to paycheck. They live a life filled with
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jay Sinn, coming back with another one, man. But real quick, man, I wanted y'all to see that clip by Sadia Psychology. Go follow Sadia Psychology on YouTube. Go follow her on Instagram. Go follow her on TikTok because she be having a lot of good messages, good gems. She got a great podcast. She be spitting that stuff, you know what I'm saying? She be spitting that stuff that we need to hear, you know what I'm saying? And she hit the nail right on the head, you know? And what we got to understand is that, you know, low self-esteem is called low self-esteem for a reason, because a lot of the times is caused by things that's done by self, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the example she used, which was perfect, you know, just doing things that you know you're gonna regret. You know what I'm saying? Nothing will put you on a lower frequency doing things and making decisions that goes against you, who you are, and that you're gonna end up feeling shameful about. You're gonna end up feeling guilt, and you're gonna be regretful. Now imagine if you walked around just feeling like that all the time. You know, because of the decisions that you make. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame nobody for it. And at the end of the day, you know, you're going to continue feeling low energy. You know, you're going to continue to put yourselves in the worst situations. You know, you always going to be missing out on opportunities. You're never going to feel well. You're never going to feel like yourself. You're never going to have confidence. You're never going to want to go after it in life. You know, by constantly looking in that mirror and being ashamed at what you see. By constantly making decisions in your life that you are going to be regretting. You're going to regret it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're not going to ever trust you because of the decisions that are made by you. You know what I'm saying? But imagine if you flipped that, you know, and you started making the right decisions and stop just living in that just temporary pleasure mode, that short-term pleasure mode, you know, but instead you consider your future. Instead, you consider your health. Instead, you consider your kids, your family. First and foremost, instead, you consider the Most High. You consider the Hamashiach. You know, you consider the bigger picture, and not only do you consider all those things, you know, now your decisions are based off of that. You know what I'm saying? So instead of, you know, putting, you know, pleasure first, instead of putting your feelings and temporary, just all of that stuff first, just that short-term crap, you know, instead of putting those things first and making the decision based off that, then you're going to consider more important things. And you got to understand, like, a lot of y'all experience this in this journey with just abstaining from, you know, watching pornography, abstaining from, you know, eating bad food, abstaining from a lot of your old ways that you used to do. You felt, one of the first things you started to feel was your confidence go through the roof. You know, you started to feel your energy go through the roof. You started to feel your self-esteem go through the roof because, you know, you felt yourself, you know, apart from others. You set yourself apart from what the normal person would do. You know what I'm saying? You set yourself apart from the crowd. You set yourself apart from the old you. You know what I'm saying? And then when you realize that you just doing something different, it just gave you a new type of energy. It gave you a new type of vibe. It gave you a new type of look, a new type of glow that you never seen in yourself, because you displaying things that you never knew that you had. You know what I'm saying? It's like putting on a certain type of jacket that you never tried out, you know, like a pea coat or something like that, something fancy that you just never just thought you would even wear, because you was used to wearing hoodies, you know, you was used to wearing bomber jackets, you was used to wearing just regular stuff. And then one day, you know, you off up in Macy's, or you fall off up in the Burlington Coat Factory, and then you try on a jacket, you know, that you always looked at, that you just never thought was you, because it was always fancy. It always cost, you know, more money that you was willing to spend. And then you put that on and you like, I really look good in this. This really fits me. You know what I mean? Like, I could really like rock this. You know what I mean? And you know, you just automatically, you know, just get a new energy with wearing that. And I'm not saying that you need that, but you know, it does something to you. And that's exactly what you do with the changes that you're making in your life. You know what I'm saying? The better decisions that you're making, and then you realize that you're gonna look around and like, man, I'm all alone on this. You know, now the weak folks, the weak mugs, you know what I mean, they gonna start feeling sad. You know what I mean? They gonna start feeling like outsiders and outcasts, because that's technically what you do when you step away from the crowd. But the weak individual is gonna go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Because people making fun of them, or because of people looking at them different. You know, so they gonna just drop what they doing, no matter how they feel. You know, no matter how good their energy was, no matter how much they world open. You know, if you weak, you gonna go back to that, because you still care what other people think, and you want to fit in. That's why trying to fit in is one of the most lowest vibrations you could ever have, because you're gonna cast yourself out. You're not gonna care about how you feel. You know what I mean? You're not gonna care about your dreams. You're not gonna care about your values and morals. You want to fit in so bad that you're willing to throw all of that to the side to go do what other people are doing, so you could go live how other people are living, because that's what you see the majority doing. You know what I'm saying? But weak folks gonna go back to that. When you strong, you gonna look around, realize that, you know, you on your own on this journey. You know, you're gonna realize that it's not a lot of people on this narrow path, and then you're gonna embrace that, because you are strong. That's your strength that you are embracing. You gonna embrace being different. You know what I'm saying? And that just does something to you, bro. You never wanna go back to being in the crowd. You never want to go back to trying to fit in with society. You never want to go back to your old ways, because now you know, like, you recognizing the strength that you have, and you starting to see the real you. You learning so much. You learn so much over here. You don't learn a lot, you know, in the crowd, bro. You don't learn you don't know who you are. You don't learn much. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody doing the same thing. So you're not really even getting tested in that. And anytime you're not being tested, then you ain't growing. You know, anytime you're not growing, then you just sitting still, you stuck in those ways, and you stuck in them bad habits. And you don't want to be like that, because, you know, it's just a matter of time before everything come crashing down on you. It's just a matter of time before health problems set in. It's just a matter of time before them demons and your ways catch up to you. It's just a matter of time before you just get caught lacking out here. You know, it's just a matter of time, bro. And that's what you seeing, bro, that's happening. Why you think all these concerts is going up in flames? You know what I'm saying? Why you think, you know, it'd be stuff popping off in these large groups and parades and all of that stuff? You seeing all types of stuff happening because it's surrounded around demonic energy. You know, to be truthful with you, a lot of that stuff, bro, a lot of people that's in the crowd, a lot of people that's not doing things to get closer to the Most High and walking on the righteous path, the narrow path, a lot of people that's over there, they perishing right now, you know, at alarming rates. because they don't want to wait. They perishing at alarming rates because they don't want to awake, bruh. And you awaken right now. And you got to stay in that mode, bruh. You got to stay in that mode, man, because we know they want to keep us distracted out here. They want to keep us from becoming our best versions. They want to keep us and steal away our masculine energy. They want to keep us on them low levels. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the devil at. They want to keep you on them low levels with the devil. And we ain't trying to do that. We trying to rise with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We trying to rise with the Hamashiach. We trying to do will. We trying to be on that level. You know what I'm saying? So what we gonna go over there with the crowd for when everybody just pulling each other down? As soon as you try to elevate, there's always some crab in the barrel type stuff that's going on. Who want to be in that? Why wouldn't you want to set yourself apart from that? Why wouldn't you want to set yourself apart so you could focus and zero in on the things that's important? Or do you want to stay in that same cycle how Sadia described, where you just making a bunch of bad decisions? You know what I'm saying? That just go against the person that you want to be, because that's technically what you do. You making a bunch of decisions that goes against who you are, where you trying to go, what you trying to be, and all of that. And that's just going to continue to just keep your energy super low. You know what I'm saying? Keep your energy super low. And what's so hard about staying in that super low energy and with the crowd and all of that stuff is that it's just a matter of time before that the addictions and the things that come with that just take full control. Because you get so tired of you get so tired of that cycle, you get so tired of living like that you need to suppress it in any type of way. And I know all about that because I used to be there. So any type of way I could take my mind off the mere fact that I'm losing, any type of way that I could take my mind off the fact that I have low self-esteem and low confidence, any type of way that I could take my mind off the fact that I'm weak, that I'm infiltrated by demons, that I can't level up and all of that stuff. Anytime you can't take your mind, you go reaching for other stuff. So any way that you could take your mind off of that, you're gonna do it. So you're gonna be smoking, you're gonna be drinking, you know what I mean? You're gonna be fapping, you're gonna be out there roaming the streets, thinking that you could find something out there that could help you, but it ain't nothing out there. You gotta look within, bro. If you're not looking within, if you can't find the Most High within, if you can't find the Hamashiach in your heart, bruh, listen, bruh, you're gonna be off to a rough start. You know what I'm saying? So it's important for you to find this within, bro, and bring that out. You know what I'm saying? Because you was brought here, you was created for a bigger purpose, a bigger reason that this world don't want you to see, that society don't want you to see, that these haters don't want you to see, that them demons don't want you to see. They don't want you to see your true purpose. They don't want you here doing God's will. They want you to do the will of theirs. You know what I'm saying? They want you to do the will of theirs. At your expense, at your life. You think they gonna care if you losing? You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about earlier, you think they ain't gonna care, bro. They ain't gonna care as long as they get what they want. And if you allow this world, if you allow them demons, if you allow society, if you allow addiction, if you allow these things to do that to you, then and you know what I'm saying? There's been clues out there. You're gonna have to answer for that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to answer for that. At the end of the day, the Most High have the final say. But why risk it? Why risk it? Why risk going, you know what I'm saying? Step into the Most High and the Hamashiach at the gates with no oil in your lamp. Why risk it? Just for this worldly crap? You see what's happening? You know what I'm saying? You gonna risk it just for some temporary pleasure? You know what I mean? You gonna risk it just for some short-term stuff, bruh? Come on, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, bruh. So you gonna have to do things different than what the average person, what you see the average person doing. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to really lock in with yourself, because that's what's going to help build you. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to help build your character, build your self-confidence, build your mentality up, build your energy, build your foundation. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to build your salvation as well. You know what I'm saying? So, man, really lock in and, man, gain control out here. You're going to gain control by repetition. So you're going to have to get used to, taking the high road. You're going to have to get used to saying no. You're going to have to get used to not going certain places. You're going to have to get used to that. You're going to have to get used to making the right moves and the right decisions. It can't be, on this day I'm going to make, the right decision. On the next day I'm going to say, nah, bro, you got to find some consistency in that so you could build good habits. If you just so up and down and always straddling the fence, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be to and fro. And that's what Satan wants you to be, to and fro. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be out here lukewarm, bro. You don't want to be lukewarm in your truth. You don't want to be lukewarm in your dreams. You don't want to be lukewarm with yourself. You don't want to be lukewarm in none of that, bro. Commit. Forget all the other ish. Commit. All right? And that's my word, man. My name Sinn, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.